real deal experience. Oh my God, Jake Paul, the kids love him. And then you have the legend Mike Tyson.
Fanatics Fest is an authentic experience. Jake Paul is adored by the children, and then there's the legend. Tyson, Mike. The Fight Globe was on fire on November 15th, 2024, and I had Jake Paul knocking him out if I loved Mike Tyson, who is Iron Mike P. At the At&T Arena, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson finally squared off in what could only be called a blockbuster fight. It was a spectacle, with every seat packed and the energy electric. The biggest names in boxing, including Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez, were all in the front row. And let's not forget the A-list celebrities. Yes, Hollywood really came through for this one actor, rapper, and influencer. Everyone crammed into the arena to see Jake Paul's eventual humility. Mike Tyson, a living legend, entered the ring cool, collected, and totally unfazed. You could sense that vibe. There was no antics, no showboating, just business. Jake, on the other hand, strolled into that ring full of confidence, drinking up the spotlight, thinking it was going to be his time. From the moment the bell rang, you could feel the electricity in the air. The arena was packed, with celebrities all over, cameras flashing, social media going crazy, and then, boom, it was time to go. Tyson had this quiet intensity about him, as if he had done this a million times before. Everyone in that arena knew one thing. Jake Paul was going to face the most dangerous 58-year-old on the planet, and things were about to get real. To test the waters, Jake Paul appeared confident and danced while firing a few mild jabs. But Tyson, even though Tyson was 58 years old and no longer the same destructive force of his youth, his presence was nonetheless unsettling because of his almost too calm stalking of Jake. Every motion he made and every step he took toward Jake had this predatory intensity. When we got to round 2, Jake became a little braver and started varying his shots, throwing more combos, especially to Tyson's body. You could tell Jake had been working on his stamina and condition because he wasn't gassing out like in some of his earlier fights. Jake was trying to keep his distance, using his footwork and jabs to stay out of Mike's range, but Tyson's timing was still sharp. He hardly threw any punches in this round, but the ones he did deliver sent a clear message that he was waiting for the right moment to strike. As he warmed up, Tyson would nod to Jake each time he landed, saying, "Okay, kid, I'll see you then." Suddenly, the crowd jumped when Tyson got Jake with a short left hook, which caused him to quickly backpedal, but wasn't enough to cause serious injury. At that point, the danger really started as Tyson started to get closer. The round ended with both men still standing, but you could see the change in momentum as Jake attempted to reset by sticking to his jab and exploiting his height and reach advantage, but Tyson was getting inside. Things started to heat up in round 3 when Tyson started to apply pressure and Jake's nervous energy started to creep in. Jake came out a little more defensive this time, and it was clear that Tyson's pressure from the previous round had affected him. He began to circle more in an attempt to avoid those risky inside exchanges, but Tyson was hunting and wasn't rushing in recklessly. Tyson would deliver vicious body blows, and the sound of such blows would chill a man. Little by little, Tyson was dismantling Jake. Jake tried to counter with a strong right hand that sent the crowd roaring, but Tyson ate it like a snack. Iron Mike's strength is that, even at his age, he can take a shot and keep going. By the end of the round, Jake's strategy was obvious: survive and outlast. But the way Tyson was moving made it seem like it would be difficult. Jake's best moment came in round 4, when he emerged with greater confidence. Getting down, he was using some good combinations, driving the jab directly into Tyson's face, and even making a clean right-hand connection that briefly stunned Mike. For a split second, the crowd went crazy, and it appeared as though Jake had a chance to change the course. But Tyson, he wasn't having any of it after consuming that shot. Tyson grinned as if to say, "You screwed up, kid," and then he began stomping Jake down once more. Jake was beginning to appear uneasy as he drew closer every second. Tyson was slipping punches like it was 1988, and his head movement was incisive. Near the end of the round, Jake was landing, but the legend wasn't being fazed by those bullets. In round 5, Tyson increased the intensity and was in full predator mode. Jake was doing everything he could to stay away, but Tyson was cutting off the ring like a pro. Tyson unleashed a vicious combination on Jake's body, and you could see Jake slowing down as the body shots were doing damage, and Tyson was still coming forward. Each time Jake attempted to flee, closing the gap and hurling those huge hooks at the body, Tyson was right there. Tyson hit Jake's ribs with a huge left edge halfway through the round, clearly hurting him. Although Jake was tough and held on trying to clinch whenever Tyson got too close, it was obvious by the end of the round that Tyson was wearing him down and that the end was near. Jake grimaced and backed off in an attempt to catch his breath, but Tyson smelled blood. The legend began throwing combinations upstairs, mixing up shots to the head and body. Now that Tyson had complete control, Jake's vitality was rapidly waning, his blows lacked impact, and he was merely attempting to stay alive. As he relentlessly walked Jake down, cutting off the ring and unloading those old Tyson combinations, Tyson, on the other hand, was like a freight train. Tyson would brutally uppercut Jake on the inside or slash a hook to his body whenever Jake attempted to clinch. The fans could tell that a knockdown was imminent at the finish of the round, as Tyson was landing at will while Jake was trying to hide and weather the storm. Jake's head was jerked back by Tyson's crushing right uppercut. The bell was the only thing that kept him alive. Now that we are in round 7, the round that clinched the deal from the beginning, Jake staggered back to his corner, obviously hurt, and the audience was humming. It was just a matter of time. Jake appeared to be trying to move, but his legs were no longer there. Tyson closed the distance, backed Jake into a corner, and began unloading with a barrage of hooks and uppercuts. It was vintage. Tyson was out for blood. Tyson's power, aggression, and pure aggression. Jake attempted to defend himself, but Tyson was too strong. Then Tyson delivered a vicious right hand and devastating left hook, sending Jake Paul to the ground. The arena erupted, and Jake was badly injured. The referee began counting, and Jake attempted to stand up, but his legs felt like jelly. Jake managed to stand up, but he was stumbling and could hardly stand. The referee gave him a quick glance, waved him off, and the fight ended. The fans' reactions to Tyson's thrilling victory and Jake Paul's heartbreaking defeat are complete anarchy. Tyson wins by knockout in the 7th round. The entire arena erupted as the referee waved it off in the 7th round, with spectators physically leaping out of their seats and yelling at the top of their lungs. It was burning on Twitter. Fans had been waiting for this, and memes are taking the world by storm. The one and only Mike Tyson knocked out self-described boxing bad boy Jake Paul, giving him a taste of actual defeat rather than just any defeat. The internet was unable to cope with it. Die-hard Jake Paul fans were so distraught that they posted stuff like, "Jake still put up a good fight," or "He's going to come back stronger, just wait." But let's be real, that was hard to back up after seeing him eat that canvas. Some fans were straight up in denial, acting like it didn't even happen. But the majority, they were feasting on Jake's loss. His haters had been waiting for a moment like this for years, and now it had finally happened. They flooded social media with GIFs, clips, and hilarious comments like, "Jake got Ty slept, and this is the we've been waiting for then." There were Tyson's fans, the ones who've been watching him since the 80s. They were loving every second of it. For them, it was like watching the GOAT prove that no matter how old he gets, he's still a beast. They were hyping him up online, calling him Iron Mike, the real baddest man on the planet and the living legend. It was pure love for Tyson. You could see fans commenting things like, "This is why you never doubt Mike Tyson." And even at 58, Tyson can still throw hands like a savage. And let's not forget the celebs who were there in person. You had people like Snoop Dogg posting videos on Instagram saying stuff like, "Told y'all not to mess with Tyson," or KSI tweeting Jake, "What happened?" Everyone had something to say after Tyson reminded everyone of who he is. It wasn't just a fight, it was an event that rocked the entertainment industry as a whole. All I have to say today is, world, you got it? Fight world. How did you feel about the knockout? Did you anticipate it, or were you as surprised as everyone else? Please leave a comment, make sure to subscribe to Boxing World, and I'll see you later.